Hey grade 7, welcome to another edition of Mr. V Teaches Math, and today what we're going to move on to is 1.14, which focuses on short division. And so our goal for today, for this evening, for the next several minutes, is to be able to divide by whole numbers and decimals using short division. So we have this question of 200 divided by 7. What we're going to do is we're going to change it to this format. We say 7 into 200. The 7 has a very specific term. It's called the divisor, and then the 200 is called the dividend. Try to remember those terms because I'm going to be using them in a few minutes. So the way we do this is we basically go digit by digit. And so we say, well, the 7 fit into 2. No, 7 does not fit into 2. It's too big. So we have to move over to the next one. Will the 7 fit into 20? Well, yeah, it does. It goes in 2 times. So because it goes in twice, we put that over the 0 of the 20. Then what happens is to remind you that we say, okay, so it's 7 times 2, which is 14. And so we subtract the difference. So 20 minus 14 is 6. And then we bring the 0 down. So 7 goes into 60. It does go into 60, it goes in 8 times. 7 times 8 is 56, and 60 minus 56 is 4. So we say that our answer is 28, remainder 4. That's really quick short division. We're not worrying so much about decimal answers just yet. We'll do that tomorrow. But that's a really quick way to do that. So let's work on a couple of problems. We need to remember that in short division, you always need to divide by a whole number. Division by a decimal means we need to change the divisor and the dividend so that the divisor is a whole number. So I've come up with a couple of examples, or rather the textbook came up with a couple of examples. So we have the number 0.05 into 32.5, And so what happens is we don't like using decimals as our divisors. We want to turn them into whole numbers. So what we do then is we move the decimal place 2 spots to the right so that this becomes 5. Now, you can't just decide to move the decimal over 2 spots in the divisor without also doing it to the dividend. So we have to move the decimal place 2 spots to the right there as well. And so what happens then is that this becomes 5 into 3, 2, 5, 0. Remembering our place value, that is 3,250. So at this point, doing short division becomes fairly straightforward. 5 doesn't go into 3, but it goes into 32, and it goes 6 times. 5 times 6 is 30. Do the subtraction. There's 2 left over. We carry the 5 down. 5 goes into 25. 5 times 5 is 25. With 0 left over, carry that 0 down, and so 5 goes into 0 times. So 5 goes into 3,250 650 times. Now we can double check that on our calculator. Let's see what happens. So we have our original question was 32.5 divided by 0.05. So I'll type that in. 32.5 divided by 0.05, and it still equals 650. So we have another problem here. With 0.6 going into 4.32. Again, doesn't work because you need a whole number divisor. So move the decimal over 1 spot. What you do to the divisor, you have to do to the dividend. And, excuse me. So that becomes 6 into 43.2. We just have to move it over 1 spot. So 6 doesn't go into 4, it goes into 43. 7 times, 6 times 7 is 42. 1 left over. The decimal place goes here, so we bring it up right above it on top, okay? Carry the 2 down. 6 goes into 12 twice. 6 times 2 is 12. 0 left over, okay? And we can double check it. We can say 4.3 divided by decimal 6. 4.3 4.32 divided by decimal 6 equals 7.2, which matches what we figured out here. Okay, so that's a bit of a review of short division. For our answers, either you'll get a whole number answer or you'll get a slight remainder. Don't worry about decimals unless it's built into the question. Anyway, have a great night. Talk to you soon.